Jack, you made it. Well done.
Huh? Lord Lucian? What are you doing here?
Actually, I am here for the same reason as you.
Huh? You mean...
Yes, I have come to help Ridley.
Really? That's great. But have you seen Cross or the Silver Dragon?
No, neither of them.
Really? That's strange.
But listen to me. According to my investigation, Ridley's consciousness has been overtaken by the elf within her.
I knew it.
Do not despair, Jack. It is not too late to save her.
Really? We can still help?
Yes, she isn't lost to us yet. But we must have your strength if we are to help her.
Just tell me what I have to do. I'll do anything you say.
Thank you, Jack. We don't have a moment to spare. We have to hurry.
Okay, let's go.
But of course the game makes you actually run all the way up there yourself, so can you turn around? Okay, so you can return. This isn't a point of no return, even though it looks like one. But it makes absolutely no sense why you would turn around after, like, Lord Lucian's like, quick, we need your help, and you just, you know, screw you, I need to go recruit Yak, the little picky-like guy who's really annoying, and, you know, I need to go find a dumpling to do that, you know, I'll be back in, like, you know, give me 15 days. Actually find it and kill it, you know, no big deal. So if you do that at that point, you're a horrible person, I'm judging you. Of course, I can't talk, considering how many cool characters I cheesed in this game, I can't talk.
Ridley! What is this?
Jack, you have to take Ridley away from the gold dragon. Reach deep into your heart, call out to Ridley and set her free.
Call out to her? Ridley! It's me, Jack! Ridley! Look, it's me! Jack! Cross!
Don't let him fool you!
Fool me? Who?
This traitor, Lucian! My whole brigade, the Noir Mouton is wiped out! Wiped out by Lucian, the Silver Dragon!
The dragon?
Dear oh dear. You talk far too much, little man.
Cross! You killed him.
Jack, I am most grateful for your help. Thank you so much.
Ridley! Hey! Ridley! Wake up!
Jack. I'm so glad that I heard you call my name one last time.
Hey!
Jack. You and me. Forever.
No! Please, no! No!
It is all finished. At last. As the Silver Dragon, I was powerless. Powerless to act against Ridley while she was the vessel. But you gave me the opportunity to strike. I owe it all to you, my friend. You should rejoice, Jack. The Gold Dragon Quasar is dead. Humanity is free of the menace. Humanity has won. We have built a new cosmic order.
Humans, you shall live. You shall live until the end of the world itself.
You'll pay for this?
Why do you grow angry with me? I have given humanity exactly what it deserves.
Why did you kill Ridley?
The girl received the transpiration. She chose to serve as the vessel for the Gold Dragon. She became the enemy of all humanity.
You murderer! Ridley was human too! Dragon! You will pay for this!
You must not care much for your life if you're drawing a sword against me.
But that is what I want.
You will taste the power of the Silver Dragon.
Then, you and your anger and despair and regret
Can burn together in hell!
That brings us to the final boss, the Phelion. So, many of you might have seen this coming, maybe some not. Since he's on the human side, side, it's a little strange how we might be fighting him, but given the consequences, given the circumstances, it is not hard. It's not that hard. Whatever. Anyways, the Phelion has 18,000 HP, same as the non-human storyline, and he's constantly he's constantly healing himself, so that's a bit annoying. But the big thing you want to do here is Heaven the freaking gate out of everyone in your party. Heaven's Gate is...
Understood.
Heaven's Gate is such a good skill against enemy because the curse status effect it gives you is really obnoxious to deal with. It'll make you kind of like try and... You can't swing your weapon, and it's just kind of... Obviously it makes you do less damage, you have to wait around until you can, and it's annoying, but Heaven's Gate prevents you from having to do that, so... Yeah, no big deal. Basically, offensive healing on you want to stay up close to him is actually the best way to do it. Whenever he tries to attack you like this, swing to your right, and that will let you, or whatever path is the closest. Like when he's facing away from you, you're pretty much safe. However, if you run to your right every time he turns to face you, you'll be good at, you'll be able to dodge, but when you use the sword, you won't get hit by the backspin or anything, so it makes it a lot easier to dodge, you take less damage. And this... Basically, a lot of his skills are very easily read and able to dodge. So he's not the hardest battle boss, however, if you haven't noticed, my party's getting thrown around like ragdolls, and Lily is not a die, she is not the strongest character. But hopefully Kane will be on it, any full healer will make this battle a lot easier. Oh, and here's his last attack. If this attack hits anyone in your party, they have a chance of being, I believe, petrified, cursed, or binded. And yeah, that's a lot of stuff to deal with, and you don't want to. So I'm going to just keep Kane on healing duty. I shouldn't have much of a problem. Lily actually died in my practice battle, so if you're not careful, he will easily murder someone in your party. So just keep your, oh gosh, yeah. Just keep your eye on your character's health HP bars, and you should be good. One kind of amusing tactic. Actually, I should note the boss battle music here in this battle's, and oh my gosh, so much to note. This went too fast. The boss battle here is Glooming Dance. Is actually different from the non-human storyline. The non-human storyline's battle music is actually the music from the opening sequence, revamped and kind of loops. And then, as you notice in the background, it actually changes as the battle goes on. As it gets lower, you know, it kind of gets more hectic and kind of driven. And then, on top of all that, he's got a new skill, which you saw a second ago, where he lifts up his sword and does a bunch of jump around you. It is kind of cool. I'm doing another analysis ball real quickly, because I want to end the game with Jack's Filthy Blast. How fitting is that? I believe mine does around 2,000 damage, so I'm not going to worry about Heaven's Gate too much. It's two out of 3 characters party can't be affected by it. Ellen and Kane both are immune, so I'm kind of good. Only thing I need to worry about is Jack getting hit by it, but I believe I have some holy water to throw on him if he does. Sorry, I'm being really, I just want to make sure Jack gets the last hit, because it's incredibly, I think it's incredibly fitting, given it's Ridley who died. Ridley was in his brigade. You know, Ridley was basically his family, so that's it.
I am slain by a human. Jack, humans are creatures bound by their fate. By their deeds do they live and die. If it was your fate that you slay me, then perhaps it was my fate that I die at your hand.
I don't believe in fate. It was my purpose. It was my mission to beat you. That's all.
You say, your mission?
Ridley accepted that it was her fate to restore order to the world. But you killed her for the sake of humanity. And I wouldn't forgive you for that. That's when I realized what my mission was. I knew that I had to destroy you.
I see, Jack. So in the end, I am a victim of my own mission.
What's happening?
The Gold Dragon Castle is finished. I have to leave you now. Fare thee well, Jack. Fare thee well, my humans. I have saved you all, my frail, frail children.
Oh, come on, Jack, that is so cold. How could you just leave her like that? But, you know, the game had to rub it in. The 3 fridge makers were in that final cutscene. Why would they do that to me? Okay, sorry. Okay, so... not the most expansive ending in the world, as you might imagine. Same thing with the non-human storyline, but I won't talk about that until later. I feel like the human storyline makes way more sense than the other one. For obvious reasons. Thankfully, the humans... it obviously shows the humans are all around this time, and I think it's kind of implied, based on the kind of how the other ending went out, that the non-humans are no longer around. but there's really nothing that says they were extinct. I mean, they lost the war clearly, but there's gotta be some of them still there, and, well, I'd like to imagine the humans aren't completely bloodthirsty like that, but, you know, they might have been. The game is obviously really bittersweet ending, so I wouldn't be surprised I threw that at you also. So that's up to interpretation, however you want to take it. Honestly, I believe, I believe there'd be some peace would be found again, and the world would hopefully continue to grow. Jack leaving there at the end is kind of like, again, it's really, the ending of the game is surprisingly bittersweet for something that was so lighthearted the entire time almost. And then they pull an ending like that, it's just, it's hard to kind of put my thoughts in the words about it. I mean, I actually really like it. I love endings that are kind of open-ended like that. Like, kind of like, I guess you call them artistic. But, again, like I mentioned earlier, when we fought Gawain, he mentioned that we know Gil was actually the person who killed Jack's father. So Gawain wasn't the one to do it, but he blamed himself. Like he said, "You've avenged your father." I mean, cause look, that cutscene alone and how Jack reacts to it, and that tells me the reason why he's leaving is because he feels like he's betrayed Ridley almost, like he's the one he led to her death. He didn't go with her when she asked for help. When we chose the human split, she came to Jack's room and asked for his help, and he's like, "Oh, she's just having her day. She's having a bad day or something." Then she walks off. So I believe Jack is actually blaming himself. So much like Gantz and Gawain did, they find they need to go out and buy him. He needs to go out and, I guess, find the new mission or find the new destiny or whatnot, or go find his destiny in the first place, because he obviously does not think he knows it. But it is a lot. It's very bittersweet. Honestly, at least this one is understandable, and contrary to the non-humans where it's like completely left up in the air what all happens. I don't even kind of want to talk about this. Like, though I'll go ahead and say this. I was planning on talking about it more here, but it's not very fitting considering this is the human and the non-human storyline. You know, why not? Some of you had some very good theories. I enjoyed reading all of them. And likewise, I'd like to hear some of your thoughts about this ending. If you have different takes on it, I mean, I'm completely up for hearing, and I would love to discuss it with you, like your comments or PMs or whatnot, so just let me know. And one last thing I'm going to throw out here is about the music of this game. I love how its use of solos, like during the last song in the game, this one also. And also I guess a better example would be the vocals we just heard. It's like, they're not afraid to do something a little bit odd, like it's just like, whatever. It sounds really loose and kind of like weak, but it's like they're not afraid to do that in the first place. So that's what makes the music really stand out to me in this game. That's one of the reasons why I love the soundtrack so much. And this song, honestly, is no different. It has a karaoke version. There's this karaoke version, actually. There's a vocal version, which is absolutely beautiful. Or not beautiful, but I really enjoy it. I'll probably edit it in somewhere. I edited it for the non-human storyline at the very least, so you can check it out there. Whew, so, really not much more to say. I mean, I have a few extra thoughts that are kind of like, they're a little bit more out there. I don't know if I really want to talk about them. I mean, if you can ask me, and I'll maybe try and discuss them, because like, it's pretty late right now, and I don't want to ramble about it too much, so yeah. And so the game gives us one last shot of Radiata and the humans walking around, and all the lives we've saved. So it's quite nice that way, actually, you feel like you've accomplished something. Alright, the last thing I wanted to address, but I wasn't really sure how to, is that why exactly did Jack love Ridley so much? If you think about it, they really only spent that much time together at the beginning of the game. Which you think about, it was just like a few days, and technically I believe it's supposed to be like close to 2 weeks, but still even then they weren't on the best terms. So it makes you wonder why they had such strong feelings. To me, there's even been I've seen some criticism about the game that maybe Jack was a little too, you know, they were a little bit too close considering he spent much more time with Lily. If you think about it, in my playthrough, I've had Lily in the party for like half the game, but he's still drawn the Ridley over her. Clearly, as you saw at the end of the game, which is still an incredibly cold way to end it, but in my eyes, it's kind of like, this game is never taking itself too seriously. I've said that before. And I feel like, okay, better way to describe it, or probably the better thing to say, is that Jack and Ridley are both young. I don't want to say they don't know what true love is, but they definitely don't have experience with it. So it's not exactly that strange that they might be that drawn to each other. They don't know what their feelings are. I'm not sure what I can't put into words what I'm trying to say, but basically they might not have been true loves, I guess, but they thought they were. I don't know. That's probably a horrible way to put it, but you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like Romeo and Juliet, where they did it. They kind of got themselves into it. They really thought they had something, and I feel like this is the exact same way. Besides, Jack, and even then, even if you don't like that idea, Jack is a very idealistic man. If you think about it, he always wants to do what's right. He always wants to protect people. That's why he avenged his father. That's why he wanted to join the Knights. That's why he said Knights of the same brigade. Knights of the same brigade are as a family. And you know, if you haven't got that like knocked out of your head, if you forgot that, then honestly, I believe that's all you really need to know. Since Ridley was in his brigade, he considers her family, so he basically, kind of to wrap up what I was saying earlier, he believes he let a family member die. Which, at his age, about he's like 16 or so, if you let a family member die, it'd weigh down on him a lot. So maybe going off by himself, maybe coming back later, kind of getting like, I guess, a journey to find himself after all that. I mean, it's an incredibly interesting ending. I mean, you can think about it however you like. I'm just saying what I believe and like what I like to think. So if you find something else different you want to talk about, then definitely let me know. I'm up for hearing anything and discussing it. So that's the beauty of these open endings. I mean, they don't give you the closure you might like, but it lets you kind of imagine with it. So that's all I have to say about it. And so actually, I guess outside of the post-game stuff, which I'll be doing later, I'll be doing this summer hopefully. I'll do it before long because I don't want to put it off too long. Actually, there's one more thing I need to say. I need to apologize to each and every one of you who've been watching these videos, but mostly those of you who've subscribed and been watching as we go along. The way I've been uploading these videos like so sporadically, it was pretty much unacceptable. It was incredibly, I guess, lazy on my part, and I want to say unprofessional almost, because the better word to put it, even though this is a hobby and it's not really professional. But I want to thank you all for sticking with me and continuing to watch and support my Let's Play. It really means the world to me, and I'm glad, I'm really honored to have gotten all you to view, comment, even if you subscribed, or I guess I should say even if you viewed, but whatever. So again, I apologize I know I've apologized so many times during the Let's Play, but this is really just my overall catch-all. I'm really sorry about that, and it really means a lot to me that you stuck with me. And so, look forward to the bonus stuff. I'll be doing that before long, and I'll probably have a video log posted within a day or two of the posting of this video, discussing my future plans with Let's Playing, because I'm still quite uncertain on that, but, you know, that's time for another day. I'll sleep on it. So, for the last time of the human storyline, this has been Awakening Beyond. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That feels really weird to say that still, but, you know, whatever.